Oh no. Ursula's not asleep yet. What the heck? It's Serena's fault. Serena's not going to bed. I didn't bring my blanket over. A banana. Serena does love bananas. Whoops. Didn't mean to click that. Hello! Hello, hello. What's going on? No, you can't have the whole banana. Serena just came in with a whole unpeeled banana in her mouth. How is everyone today? Specifically Tuesday. Hello. Hello, hello. What are we doing today? Today we are working on Avo, the Books of. Yeah. That's it, that's all. There's not much to it. I've been working on the, what is it called? Well, what is it called? Frick, what is it called? The shadows. The multiply layer, yeah. I'm just a classy boy. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna apply a multiply layer because we're almost done this one. We're almost done. Ursula got me the rest of the pages for the chapter. So then I gotta.
Good night, Bones. Good night, chat.
Good night, Ursula. I thought you forgot the name of your own comic for a minute. I mean, I do. Madoka, you gotta go with your mom. You're going to bed. We're not hanging out. Good night, Madoka. Everyone say good night, Madoka. Good night, Ursula. Good night, Madoka. It's Weewa and Bones time. Oh my god, every single website contacted me today to be like, update your tax information or we're withholding 30% of your income. Love that. Hopefully everything gets approved. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't. It's just like tax withholdings if you're, yeah, it's something. I don't understand it. It's just annoying, whatever it is. Oh, Weewa's coming back. I hear her. Hi, Weewa. What's up? Did your mom not give you the entire banana? That's so rude of her. But yeah, I've updated Avo so that it updates twice a day now. So it's 14 times a week. 14 pages a week. Let's see how that goes. Serena, what are you doing? Swiswa? What are you doing? You can... What are you doing? What are you doing? Bad. Bad thing. No. Get out. Oh my goodness, she's counter surfing. Oh, Ursula that. Oh my god, my dog is counter surfing because she wants a banana off the counter. Can you sit with me? You're not getting the banana. I'm gonna put it away. So I have to move the bananas. Obtain bananas. Oh. That's good. Oh, alright. I think I'm gonna hear some more nonsense because I think someone's gonna be trying to steal bananas off the counter. But it shouldn't be fruitful, let's say. Hello, Victoria. Everyone at Ursula on Discord and tell her that she has made Serena into a bad dog. You're bad. You can't thieve. Thieving is bad. It's wrong. You come back in here? Please and thank you. You drink some water? Yeah. Did Mom promise you a banana and then rescind? Renege on the deal? Hello, okay, so sorry. I've not been focused on you guys, though I don't know if there's tons of you here anyways. If you are here, please leave a like on the video. That helps people find it. People who usually would watch it, sometimes, you know, it just helps, apparently. That's what they keep telling me. That's what they keep telling me. So yeah, I'm working on Avo today. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna do the multiply layer on all of these pages. I've uploaded. So I finished this part. So I finished these parts. Do you want to see those? So we got this part done. I finished it up. See, it's really quick to do. Nothing too fancy, you know? So yeah, there's all those pages. So I got those done. So I've started doing the twice daily uploads, and that's all right. It feels like everything isn't gonna really come together until what, Bones? Until what? I don't know. You know what? That's kind of it. I don't know when it'll come together. I guess it's just like a matter of just putting vibes out into the world and seeing if they hit. You get me? I hope someone gets me. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of spinning out here a little bit. Pretty Mouth updated today. Tomorrow on Comic Fury, I'm gonna the Bones McKay era of 9 Point begins as me as colorist. It's no longer Ursula coloring from this update onward, which is kind of crazy. On Webtoon, that happens on Thursday. Serena, can we stop walking in circles? Come back. Come here. Serena. Serena, come here. Serena. No. She doesn't care. Serena, come here, please. And thank you. I will jail you. She's being a bad girl. She's being what we would call a pacey lacy. Which she does when she's pouting. She just kind of paces in circles when she needs something or wants something. And right now she wants the bananas. I hope one day Avo pops off. That'll be cool. That would be cool. I'm still reading Cast Off. Oh, Serena's coming back. I didn't realize she went upstairs by herself. Serena, can we sit here? Do you want to sit with me? Can you sit with me on the couch, please? Thank you. You giving up on the banana hunt? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ursula promised you bananas and then took one away. That was really cruel of her. You look sick. You okay? Yeah, you okay? You're fruity. My dog is fruity. She loves fruits, apparently. She loves fruit. She really loves fruit. Like, she likes to... So we have, like, a bunch of wild strawberries, and she just spends her days just outside eating all of the wild strawberries. And raspberries. We have those, too. And also, what else does she eat? What else do you eat, Serena? What other fruits? She stole a lemon once. Recently actually, Ursula came home from the grocery store, and Serena sniffed through the groceries and grabbed herself a nectarine, and just walked in all nonchalant, like, "Yep, I just want this. I'm taking it." So big fan of fruit. Fruity dog. She's a Fruit Loop, some might say. I got Fruit Loops with marshmallows, and they're disgusting. You know, like, when I think about it, it makes sense that they be kind of disgusting. Like, conceptually, it kind of makes sense that Fruit Loops probably don't go with marshmallows, but I dreamed, right? I dreamed big. They're really gross. They kind of taste like black licorice. So if you're into that, I guess. But not me, not my thing. For real, for real. I've been really into apricots lately. I've been on a real fiber kick. I like apricots and oatmeal cookies, and it has been wild, to say the least. Oh, sorry. Hit the mic with my glasses. Hoopsie doopsie. Yeah, I don't know. This weekend was all right. Still no job. I suppose you'll hear excited news whenever a job is got. Still none of that happening. So that's such is life, right? Yeah. All right, I've been reading Cast Off. I didn't realize it. Wait, I think I keep saying this, but I didn't realize it was a Spider Forest comic. I'm just trying to be with it, you know? I'm trying to read the comics of my contemporaries, so to speak. It's not my kind of fantasy story, but I appreciate it for what it is. It's like it's a specific. There's like specific genre things that I just don't like, and that has nothing to do with it as a piece of media. But I'm working through. I'm trying. I'm trying to read. I'm not a big reader, so like my opinions don't mean much. I mean, I guess I'm a writer, but I don't know. Oh my god, I tend to be a very open person. Okay. I don't think my friends watch this channel. They definitely don't watch this section, but oh my god, they're driving me crazy, guys. My friends drive me crazy. specifically, it's just like bad vibes. Like they're doing like Kickstarter, which is cool, whatever. And you know, stressful. And they're looking into a campaign, whatever. Like I'm cool with that. But they were just like, why do all of these shitty like stories like get like 5-figure Kickstarters and like I can't hit that? And I'm just like, why we always gotta tear someone else down, guys? It's such a impulse to do. And like I used to be more like that, like when I was in high school, but like I've very much moved beyond that idea. You know, I'm very much a rising tides kind of person. And I just don't like that attitude. It's just bugging me. It's been but like it doesn't bug me so much that I want to say anything. I just get tired of looking at quote unquote bad graphic design and being like, whoa, this is so bad. When it's like, I don't care. I just don't care. I personally find it really kitsch. I love a kitsch kind of bad graphic design. If anything, bad graphic design is gonna have way more soul now, as opposed to like AI art. Like people who are still using their earnest little hearts to make a cover for their thing instead of AI, like it's gonna look shittier, but it'll speak to effort, and I appreciate that. Like I'm fine with the question of like how did this person get this much success? And I don't even think like everyone who gets it is like a good person deserving of it or whatever. But I just get the sense that we're just across the board just hating on specific people. I don't fucking know. I don't even know, guys. Because if it's a critique of like the fact that like marginalized voices or whatever struggle, like that's one thing, and that kind of answers itself. But otherwise, if you're just being a jerk, but I don't. I think it's just something I just really don't like in the writing community at this point, and it's just like always been present, is just like this jealousy, envy. I don't want to say like I think everyone experiences jealousy and envy. It's like what you do with that. It's like this really toxic jealous mindset that I don't like. That I just don't vibe with anymore, you know? Because of course I get jealous all the time. You know? I am human. I'm human, and I think things like, oh man, why can't I have that thing? But then I move on. And I guess I guess in the case, like, you should be able to talk to your friends about that. But I guess it's just, like, the difference between, like... I don't know. I just don't want to vent about it all the time. I don't want to... I don't want to tear it down. I want to interrogate my own jealousy rather than dog on someone. I love this Juliet. She's so sweet. No, it's not. Multiply. Like, I get so jealous on YouTube, but that's like... Because I'm obviously, like, insecure about my YouTube presence and what's happened with that over the past years. But, like, I don't blame other people for that. Internet, just be fickle, man. Life is fickle. And I get jealous of, like, where my friends are with their comics. But then, like, I'm also doing really well compared to a lot of people. So it's all perspective, man. You are doing excellent. Aw, thank you. It's just... I think it's always easier to look up. You know? I think it's easy to look up and want to drag people down rather than look down and want to help people up, I guess. And that helps more people in the end, doesn't it? But I also don't expect... I don't know. I don't even know. It just bugs me. It's just like one specific thing. I'm just not a negative Nancy like I used to be. And a lot of my old friends, like, they met me when I was like that, and it feels like I'm forever stuck in that role. Yeah. And Stuff will always get better. I don't know. I'm in a good mood today. I think I'm in a fairly good mood today. If there's any like problem with my mood today, it's because I forgot my antidepressants this morning. I took some in the afternoon, not a full dose, because otherwise I'll be up into the night. But hopefully that works out. That's probably why I was feeling bad that one day on stream was my antidepressant. I forgot it. Oopsies. Oopsie doopsies. Can hit me like a truck. It's crazy that, isn't it? I gotta banish that depression. With my, it's not an SSRI, it's the other one. I've been thinking about, you know, talking to my doctor, of course, and getting off of my antidepressants. Like, trying that. Because obviously I feel down when I'm off them because, like, they're like a maintenance type thing, right? And you know, sometimes you stay on your antidepressants forever, and that's fine. Ugh. I don't know, something to consider. Just because it like affects like blood pressure and stuff, right? Like. And honestly, I saw like the biggest improvements when I got my hormones fixed. So. Also money, they're expensive, man. I know, like, one of my biggest things, I think, as far as stuff like I'm successful with, I think my biggest thing has always been updating. Like, obviously, I went on an annoying ass hiatus because, you know, like, life happens, and that was a journey. But like, I would say that I probably have an enviable output of comics. I think that's fair. I envy a lot of my friends' abilities to like have like writing output, especially like in the prose form. I'm not really great at. I'm honestly a very slow writer, right? So in that regard, I've always been slow compared to my friends. But within the greater webcomic world, I think I put out a lot of comics. My brother is online. I believe it's my brother. I don't know. There's someone with like a weird username, and I've on my Steam, and I just assume it's my brother, because I don't know who else I would have added on Steam. So I'm assuming my brother, but anyways. I mean, a lot of my output comes down to just like having a lot of free time in my life. But obviously not all of it. Because I know Ursula... even Ursula's not as crazy the outputs that I got. I'm like this when we RP. I've got the magical hyper focus. Ugh, I am so stuck on my writing though. It's driving me insane. Every day after stream, I try and work on some of Avo Book 3, and every day after stream, I fail. It is driving me insane. I just can't figure it out. I don't know what I'm doing here. A shadow of her face. She's evil. I have to get Ursula to draw a face in here. We're missing Juliet's face. Ursula's gonna put out a new video tomorrow, which is good. It's gonna be one of the videos that I worked on during stream, but she's gonna edit it and make a little thumbnail, and that's gonna be cool. We're making progress on that challenge of mine. She really wanted to do some of her own videos, but she's not really come up with them, and I think that stressed her out, because she's, you know, she wants to be putting stuff out too. the YouTube desire to create things. Been watching a bunch of just video essay content and kind of realizing that like people who make video essay content, like they have like patrons and stuff, so like it makes sense that they're able to make these like long things, because I'm always like, oh man, I'm just the worst when it comes to like getting tons of YouTube stuff done. But I'm not being really like paid and compensated in the same way as my favorite people are. So like it makes sense that I can't hire help with editing and all that stuff that people like that have. So that makes sense. I don't know why that's never dawned on me until recently. Because it's very obvious, like they're very upfront about that, like all the YouTube peoples. You know, they're always like, oh, this couldn't have happened without the support of my patrons, and I just kind of zone out. But like, because it just sounds like well, it is an ad, obviously. But like, yeah, because it's an ad, like I zone out and don't really think about it like that. Because when you look at like their older stuff, it's not as polished and it tends to be a lot shorter. That is not multiply. Huh. I mostly want to do like the 14 pages of Avo so that we can get into like the story proper, and then I'll probably slow down. Maybe it really depends on like how the update schedule like ends up in practice working. But like, hello, Vucky. Nice to see you again. But yeah, with the 14 pages update, like I want to see. I want to get far ahead, and if it's like too much to keep up with, like I can easily trim it back to any number of pages. Probably 7, but I can even go down to like 5 or 6 and still be fine. And very like very easily pad out a buffer to my liking. But I just want to get into the new stuff and the story proper. Because, like, we haven't even got to Faria yet. We haven't even got the main characters all introduced and shit. And that's my main goal. In doing that. Increasing the schedule would be to get into the real story. Get into the lesbian dragon stuff. I feel like, okay, it could just be in my head, but I feel like the Webtoons rating system is already kind of biting me a bit. I'm not sure. In my heart, I feel it. But, you know, like, I don't have enough data to support this. It's all just vibes. And, you know, some updates have lots of interaction, some updates don't. And it's not like today's Pretty Mouth update was all that happening. I got some ramen. It's super spicy ramen, and I'm excited to try it after stream. I saw Brutal Moose eat it, and then I saw it in the store, and I said, I want this. I saw a YouTuber eat this, and I would like to also do that. But not in a YouTuber is selling me something kind of way. Are you gonna test your little hypothesis? I don't know how to test my hypothesis. I guess I'll see if 9 Point's not doing super well, then it's just kind of across the board, right? But like otherwise, like I don't even know how you would. It's kind of just like over time how well things are doing. But even then, it's just like you can't really make that kind of judgment based on like a single comic you have doing well or not doing well. We'll see. Because it might take some time for people to like... I don't know, man. I guess when I had Magpie on Tapas and it was like mature, it still got recommended. So if I end up still being like recommended and stuff, like I think that'll work out. I guess it's confusing. What is this? The problem is it's all just vibes. And there's no actual answers. Just gotta hope everything turns out okay. Ugh, I hate this is so tedious. Comics are tedious. That's the main issue with comics, is that they're frickin' tedium. And I keep wanting to just like stop in the middle of doing them, but then it's like you're not gonna get anything done if you do that. So you need to go back to the tedium and just go for it. Is anyone up to anything interesting? How come the other 6 people are so quiet? I don't know. It's just a quiet night, apparently. I've been trying to keep things alive all by myself. You know, that's life, though. You know, I find the first stream of the week is pretty slow and quiet. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I tell myself. Maybe it's just a quiet week too, because if I'm having trouble with comics and YouTube, then maybe it's just like this something about this week. It's just not a bop. Why does it turn back to normal? I hate that. I hate that for me. Boobies. I'm here just playing video games. That's fair. I always assume it's stuff like that. Like I don't like at the end of the day, like I'm just happy people are here. You know, back in the day I would stream to like 0 people. And I'm just so far away from those days that like it's easy to forget. But like, yeah. Like obviously people are just, they got stuff going on in the background. Most people aren't commenters. So it's a very small amount of people that are like chatters and commenters in any given community. And in a small chat, it can be kind of nerve-wracking, I imagine. 8 is infinitely larger than 0. It really is. I'm trying to get a certain artist talking and it's not going well. I'm here but eating dumpling for dinner. See, everyone's up to very important stuff. I am not a talker much too. Like I get it cuz like I'm a mod in some chats. And like I'll just like silently mod sometimes, or I'll pop in and never say goodbye. Like I get it. I Irish exit on things. So like I don't judge people for that, you know. And like as someone trying to like keep talking and like keep my thoughts alive, like I get it. It's hard to come up with topics. And it's my job to do that. But Irish exit? It's like when you leave without saying anything. I like to multitask. I'm not sure what to talk about, and I'm not sure what to talk about. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's all fine. I get it. I get the vibe. Like, if I end up... Sometimes, like, I end up talking about something, and then, like, everyone's like, oh my god, me too, and that we go off. Like, we were talking about medical stuff that one time, and everyone was popping off with their experiences and stuff. So, like... I get it. Oh my god, I hate when it does that. Like, I want it to stay on multiply, please. I selected it. All by myself, I selected multiply, and I would like it to multiply, please. Orange Forge updated. That was exciting. I'm living for the new update of Orange Forge. I can't wait to see more. Maybe one day I can become a patron. I probably would. If I had money, I would totally be a patron. I'm trying to finish off my sketchbook. That's cool. I don't know if I've finished a sketchbook. I did a video about finishing a sketchbook once, so I've definitely done it at least once. I finished notebooks more than the average writer, I think. It's like I like to write stories by hand. Maybe that would help me work on Avo Book 3. Because I already wrote it in a notebook, but maybe I should do what is it? Draft number 2. Maybe I should do draft number 2 in a notebook. Maybe if I did that, it would come together. So, like, the problem that I'm having with volume... Book 3, that's what we're calling it. The problem I'm having with Book 3 is that a lot of the main characters are kind of incapacitated at the beginning, and a lot of the stuff that I have written is, like, a bunch of, like, prequel-type content that I really enjoy writing. But then I can't figure out the entire book around it. And I'm just not all that interested in everything happening on that side of the story. I don't know what I'm doing here. Just... what are we doing here? What are we doing? Why don't you get the other half to write? Why don't you get your other half to write the other half? Well, like... I'm the righty guy, for one. I don't know, it's driving me crazy. What are we doing with this picture? Just do like a little shiny nose. Just give up, move on. Woo, we did it. Oh, that one's done. So they have a grand total of 0 ideas. My other half. I mean, she has ideas. She's just not a writer. It's like a novel, right? It's a whole heckin' thing to write. It's not exactly her skill set. Unless we're talking about something different and I'm confused. It's kind of squarely a me problem. Like how I can't draw, you know? Navo is my baby. For real, for real. You drew those cows? That's true. You know what? You're right. When you're right, you're right. I'm just basically better than Ursula, is what I'm saying then. Like, I can draw cows, and I can write, but all she can do is draw. I don't know. Life's hard, guys. Writing is hard, and it's like it's a very integral issue that I need to solve because it's been stumping me for at least 6 months. At least 6 months I've been stuck on this conundrum, and yeah. She tried to write once. That's true. She's like me, you know? Like, she writes recreationally. And I draw recreationally. It's like, we get the theory, but, like, the practice is where we struggle. How do you feel about throwing a few ideas around? I don't know. Why don't you throw some? We could all throw some ideas around. Tuesday knows about it as much as what's going on in my brain as you do. Ursula ain't here. Because the problem is that it's very fundamental. It's a very fundamental structural problem with it that needs a remedy, rather than it being like something as simple as like, oh, just add this scene. It's like I got stuck on book 2 in like a similar way. Like, I just don't understand plot. And very few people have even read book 2 because it's not out. It's like my beta readers have read. And like, I really want to get book 3 done because I'd like the beta readers to read that, and then I can work on book 2 again and like really edit it down. Because I want it to like line up with whatever my plans are for book 3. So it's easier to do it kind of together in tandem. Ugh. This is a long chapter. I mean, they all are. It's kind of like The whole thing. That's why there's so many pages, because they're so simple. Even adding a lazy multiply layer is tedious. After a while, that's all what I'll have left to do of Magpie is just adding the multiply layer. I changed the cover picture for Magpie on Webtoon to see if that helps with it, because I changed the picture a while back to like the cover, and I don't know if that plays as well with Webtoon. Webtoon tends to just like a headshot. Like every cover is just a headshot. So I tried that. I've been looking at a bunch of old comics I used to read, and like all of them have stopped updating. Like all of them have done like the thing where they're just like going to go in script form, which like I understand. Like that's kind of like that's what happened with Cucumber Quest. So what happened. The main one I was looking at it was like Sanity Circus, because that's a friend of mine. My dumbass was about to ask, does the comic come with music? Does it? Intriguing question. Um... Yes. The music is for the music on stream, not the comic. Unfortunately. Oh, how many more pages of this? Oh my god, it keeps going. It keeps going. It's a long ass chapter. Or scene, I guess. So yeah, I have to do the this, and then I have to do the backgrounds still. And by backgrounds, I literally just mean backgrounds. I need to just add some gradients in the background. I don't need to do like settings or anything. I did all the setting parts. It's like just the literal background bits. Effects and some other stuff like that, mostly. after this. I think that's all. And then I'm pretty much done. There's a few that need faces before I can like queue everything to post. There's specifically 2 that need faces added. So I'll get Ursula to do that, and then I'll be golden. Oops, don't want a water pen. No thank you. Amazing. Okay. Then there's like a test page I did that needs like a lot of work. Because I really didn't do anything for it. So they're not supposed to be trapped in an orange void with only sign of life being each other's faces. Could you write a story and then you aid in the writing process? I mean, she could. I just don't think she wants to. You know? We did that for a little bit as kind of like a YouTube thing. For the most part, I don't think she really wants to be a writer, you know? It's like a me thing. It doesn't really help with like this specific project, right? They're not supposed to be in an orange void. I just also don't care. This comes back to being lazy, right? Like the setting is established and then I do not draw it again. And I think that's valid. It's actually incredibly valid. If you want to do 14 updates a week, that's what you do. You do the orange void. But then you add a little bit of spice. And then it's a little less obvious. 14 updates a week? Yes. Ride the Dragon Woman. Wait, is she gonna ride the Dragon Woman? How do you guys keep up with several series? Up to 15 pages updates? For one, like one of the series, so like, right, so we're posting Pretty Mouth. But I've completely finished Pretty Mouth. So I update it 2 pages a week with that one. And then Magpie is pretty much the same, where it's like all of these pages, right? Like I've done 61 pages so far of like the new version. And I have 324 to like finish. It takes like an hour per page. So right now I'm doing 6 updates a week with this one. So that's how I have a huge buffer on that one. Mostly because they want to like burn through it. And then I'm going to just go back to like two pages a week. But for now I want to do 6 so that I can like actually chew through all of this buffer and start getting into like new pages again. So a lot of it's just like insanely buffered. This one I was going to work on, but all of the pages, so look at how crunchy that is. That is so crunchy. I'm like re-inking this one because the first 50 pages of it are like, they were originally done in like 700 pixels, so I have to do all of that. But that's like 150 pages. But after that, I have like 550 pages already buffered. Why the new version of Magpie? It's not that new. It's just like colored. I'm just coloring it in so that I can re-release it, basically. It's pretty. I like it. I think it looks good. I think it enhances it a little bit. And it just gives like something to like actually post on the Magpie while we work on the buffer. Because Ursula's going to be working on like the new what is it? What's the new thing she's working on, guys? I thought you changed narratively. No, it's just colored. It's just colored in. So like there's like 6 colored pages coming out. Oh, we crashed it. There's 6 colored pages coming out every week. Where were we? We were like here somewhere. Right. Oh, right. We were. This was like, these are like the pages that are coming out right now, right? Yeah. Yeah. I like this page. I like how this one turned out. The color does make it extra nice. Yeah. So it's just something new to like tide everyone over while we work on the new stuff. Because our eventual goal would be like 2 pages a week. So a lot of it is just like insane buffer. And then like with Avo, like Avo is so easy. So like Ursula did like 15 pages of it in like a day, because it's just like really sketchy, right? Because like the Books of Avo is originally a novel. So this is just like it's just the actual novel, like but with like some like visual aids. So like we do like some basic setup for the setting, and then it just gets kind of like pulled out. So it's very simple. So like 15 pages, like once we get into like these pages, right, that you're watching, like that's the level of detail. So it's not crazy. Or it's 14 pages because it's twice daily on yeah, that would explain the typewriter font. Yeah, it's also like 1920s. And then 9 point is just like our 9 point is normal. Like a 9 point is like 2 pages a week because it's hard. Like 9 point's difficult. It's not easy. This one's a lot of work. Oh, that's where I left off. Yeah. 9 point's a lot of stuff to do. Interesting style choice. Yeah. Because I mostly just want the story told with this. It's less about the visuals. It's kind of like an easy reader is the way I'm sort of pitching it. It's like easy reader, but for adult, like little children's book. Easy peasy, boop, boop, boop. Because, yeah, it's a lot more word heavy than my other comics would be. But I think it's cool. It's very Webtoons focused. It's trying to get a Webtoons audience drawn to like my word content. How does Ursula not get hand cramps or carpal tunnel? She I mean, most of the stuff at this point, like most of the stuff is like me that's working on it, right? Like tedium wise, like I'm coloring it, which is all the work. Like doing the sketches isn't so bad. She doesn't sit there for hours doing it or anything. Okay, we're leaving that for the end. I also skipped a bunch. What am I doing? And how I don't have carpal tunnel? I frickin' probably do. You do gotta take care of your little hands. Because, yeah, my eventual goal would be like 14 pages of Avo, 2 pages of Magpie, and 2 pages of 9 point. And then, like, the other ones, like, I just don't count them because they're just, like, pre-made kind of stuff. Like they're not nothing to worry about. Like everything's crazy for now. Everything's crazy for now. Maybe I'll go down to like 7 with Avo. I don't know. Really depends. Really heckin' depends. I'm testing the waters with it. Cause like once a bunch is out, I'm okay with slowing down. It's probably good to slow down, but I don't want to like slow to a stop, I guess. Once you have a good buffer of, not a buffer, a catalog. That's the word. Because like buffer is like stuff that you haven't released, but like a catalog of stuff for people to read. Then I feel a little better having more sparse updates. Because that's kind of what's happened with 9 Point. Because 9 Point was doing like 4 pages a week for a while now, and now it's down to 2 pages, which is where I want it to be. I think Avo ends up like translating to like the same amount of pages and panels. It's just like more spread out in the way that it's presented. Oh, hi, Miku. Miku has come to visit us, blessing us with her appearance. The rare Miku appearance. Oh, she's rolling. She's rolling. Silly cat. Is she going to ride the dragon? Is a question that I skimmed over. And it is about dragon riding, so we do got that. It is a very gay story. It is incredibly gay. I hope I don't hope. I know this has come across. Because, my god, the gaydars are pinging off the radar for Juliet. Girl is gay. Capital G-A-Y. Bum. A booty. That was like my thirstiest story. I will be real. Don't know how that happened. Don't know how or when that happened. Wait, what was? I missed it? What was what? Sorry. I was out of the room. I don't know what we're talking about. I have immediately forgotten the words I'm saying. I need some context as to what I'm trying to. The horniest story. Oh yeah, it's very thirsty. I don't think it's like it's not. It's not like smut by any means. It's just like by far like the thirstiest. There's so many hotties in FO. It's just all the time. Everyone's just hot and smooching and naked. It's a very naked story. Nobody's wearing clothes. It's a theme. Thirst is good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not anti-thirst. You know? Quench thine thirst. Are they like a drag? Wait, why are the people naked in the story? Are they like a dragon lady? Yeah, she's a dragon lady. She is a dragon. She turns into a dragon, and all her clothes would get ripped off and burned up. So she doesn't wear them. Dragons just don't wear clothes. They don't really need to. Also, they also just don't need to wear clothing because they're dragons. What will they get cold? You know, they're made of fire. And then there's just like people who are naked because they're like they're just thirsty boys. They're gods, I guess. And gods don't wear clothing. You know? Or they're naked because they had sex. That is also a thing. There's like a bathtub scene. Like obviously they're not wearing clothes in the bathtub. It's just it's a lot of nudity. Not but they're also cold-blooded with scaly skin. Are there other mythical creatures in the story? Yeah. Well, dragons don't have cold blood. They have like molten blood. Like they're made of hot blood. And if their blood goes cold, they die. Like that's the only way a dragon can die is if their heart freezes. Which is not easy to do. There are other mythical beings in Avo. There's not a ton of like mythical creatures like specifically like what most people would call creatures because there's like elves and stuff. Dragons are more like related to like elves and like angels. They're just like broadly termed like immortals. Dragons are all ladies too. Um, and their parents would usually be a dragon and an elf. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, they're all women. I'm so confused about these boobs. I'm so confused about the logistics here. Oh. So yeah, there's elves, angels, dragons, humans. There's the Mirren, which don't get talked about much. I mean, they do eventually. And then there's like spirits and gods. That's all the types of folk in Avo. And then like the animals are just like normal animals, kind of. They're basically all normal animals. They're just like some weird bits. Like they have deer instead of cows, but that's just every time I write. And there's no cats in Avo. There's no normal cats. And they have like foxes instead that kind of fill the role of cats. Demons? Nah, there's no demons. It's just angels are just like winged elves, basically. I mean, they kind of literally are. Like, there's this place called the Star, which is like a floating city where all the angels live on. And the angels used to be elves, but they got the light of the star and they got wings, and then they got to be their own little thing. I guess there's not demons, but like there are like fallen angels. That's a thing. Because if you get exiled, you have your wings removed. Chop chop. And then if you end up losing all of your angelic light, you turn into a fallen angel, which is like a monster. Like we have our boy Aaron. We have Aaron. Aaron's a little exiled angel. He don't got no wings. Look at him being all cute. That's not him. He was not that old when he lost his wings. Poor guy. Yeah. There's not really a lot of elves either because they were like all killed. Basically all of them were killed. By the big bad. By our main villain, my main man, Talo, God of Shadows. He said nah and killed them all. Guess my question was answered. Guess so. Yeah. I always got like a bunch of like there's not mythical creatures, but like spirits can kind of take on like any form. Because kind of like the crux of Avo is the titular books of Avo. So like the laws of the universe were written into these books. And so like the gods and the spirits, they work together to write the books of Avo. And then once they were done, they took like their final form and gave up their powers and just were supposed to let the world just vibe and chill and be cool, you know, rest on their laurels. But of course, Atalo, god of shadow, did not want to give up all his powers, so he was a big butt about it, got banished. You know how it is. He was not a big fan. And the books of Avo, the laws of the universe, they can be rewritten. It's a thing that can be done. But it has to be done with the sages. Because when I wrote this as a child, it was totally a Zelda fanfic. But yeah. You get all the you get the 7 sages together. No, 6 sages. 6 sages together, and then they can rewrite the laws of the universe. So that's what they have to do in the book. In the book, is Talo is returning to cause trouble, and they gotta stop him by reuniting the sages and rewriting the laws of the universe. It's crazy. It's wild. Varia is Sage of Fire. Juliet is just a sweet little dumbass. Yeah, I love Avo. That's one of my favorites. It's definitely the one I've been writing the longest. It's the longest thing I've been. It's the thing, because it's like the story I started writing when I was 12. Like, it has been a long process, and that's kind of why I wanted to do the comic kind of version of it. For one, it's kind of cute because like when I was a kid, I used to also draw it in comic form because I had like the novel version, and I was also working on like a comic version as a kid, which is funny to think. But I just wanted to have like more of a reach, and also I like seeing them all drawn, and also if it was just a novel, I would be done with it soon, and that would be sad. I spent more of my life writing this book than I have not at this point, which is crazy because I started when I was 12 and I'm turning 30. So, yeah. Yeah, when I turned 24 a while back, that was half my life writing Avo. This is crazy. Wow, there's a giant spider just chilling on the ceiling. I'm not gonna bug her. Wow, wow. What are those noises? I think that's just the cat making weird noises. Cats always be making weird noises. I didn't shade in Juliet here. It's a long time. For real. It's changed so much over the years, to be fair. It definitely wasn't 1920s when I first started writing it. It was more like Lord of the Ringsy. Or Zelda too, I guess. It was like a mix of those, because those were the two things I was really into. Suppose I remain into those things. So do you also have a story in novel form, or is this how you wanted it to be portrayed? It exists in novel form. Like, this is basically, like, because I use the novel, and then, I'll delete paragraphs from it after the fact, if they kind of come across just in the art. I was doing it here. I think I deleted it all, though. But yeah, it's a novel already. And then this is pretty much it's pretty close to the novel. Like, it's not like there's some words missing and paragraphs missing, but they just are kind of replaced with a picture. Like, all the he saids and she saids are not included. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same. Like, it was an illustrated novel. Like, there was illustrations to it, but it wasn't completely, like, page by page illustrated. I have the novel, don't I? Hopefully I don't have anything weird on my voice stream. I always think that. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the novel version of it. This is the chapter we're on right now. Where's the section? Where is it? Yeah, so that's like the illustration, because it was all done in like watercolor by hand. So that's like a real painting that exists. But yeah, this is the exact same scene. Like, word for word. Yeah. Because that scene is then this one. Yeah, you're naked. The dragon cackled, practically falling to your knees. I think we can find that pretty easy. I thought I could. Oh, there it is. Right at the top there. You're naked. Juliet hissed. Yeah, so that's what's... This section's what's being drawn now. So I got rid of, like, the Juliet hissed thing. Because that kind of, like, comes across already. Yeah. So it's a pretty one-to-one experience, honestly. It's just a little more like accessible for people, because I know a lot of people get... Is it not playing? Okay. Sorry, I thought I was playing stuff to you guys. But yeah, like, some people get overwhelmed by reading, like, all the words, which is fair. Comics tend to be a lot more accessible, so this is sort of like an in-between. It's like between comics. That's so cool. Do people own any unique words? What? What do you mean? What does this mean? What? I don't know. This is very inspiring. Thanks for this. No problem. Thanks for watching. Like a proper noun that only leads to your work. Oh. I don't know. I'd have to look. I mean, I probably do. Or a verb that only performed by some fictional being because normal beings cannot perform it. I like to, cause like with Avo, like what I did, I used to have like fantasy names for like the dragons and stuff, but then I just decided to call them just dragons and just kind of not make it anything weird. Oh wait, yeah, I have like I definitely have stuff that's unique to my world. Like I don't, for Crow's story specifically, I couldn't get into it right now because I don't remember it all off the top of my head, but Crow's story has like a bunch of conlang in it. So it's like it has its own constructed languages that the different races and stuff speak. So that one definitely has my own words in it. I didn't do that for Avo because it just kind of... Sometimes that stuff can just be more distracting than it's worth. Like, instead of having to teach people what a dragon is, you know? It's more how it is applied is where the uniqueness comes from, rather than in the words themselves. It can be useful to just rely on language and approximations for fantasy creatures and whatnot. instead of having to start from scratch. Because even with Crow Story, I use words like centaur and elf, you know, to explain things to my human audience. I make up words all the time just because, like, they're a vibe. But not outside of, like, English language, I guess. Human audience, true. Like, pigeonosity, that's my word. That's a word I created. That I used in a story. I don't know what story at this point. But pigeonosity refers to one's pigeonousness, which is also a made-up word, which is having qualities relating to pigeons. It's hard to explain, you know? Like, someone is pigeonous, you know? Mere mortals. Exactly. That's Avo for you. We hating on the mortals. I guess there's in Avo there's the Mirren. Like they're completely made up. They don't have any equivalents. They're like made of sand. And they have like eyes of glass. And the glass, their glass eyes glow, and beneath their sand it glows. That's kind of like their soul essence or whatever. I don't do much with the Mirren, I'll be real. They were made by like the god of shadow to like serve him or whatever and revere him and shit. So they got all banished with him when he didn't want to give up his power and was planning to make his own little thing. Oh, Watalo. What a silly guy. That sounds cute. I think the Mirren are cute. They're not evil or anything. They're like... They're just... They just are. They're the other mortals. Because there's humans and there's Mirren. Like, those are the two mortal races. Okay, my favorite part about Avo is the names. Because, like, the names stuck from, like, childhood, right? And so the names of the sages are just so on the nose for what they are. Because there's Faria, the fire sage. Right? And that one's fine. I mean, it's very, very fiery. Whatever. Okay, cool, whatever. But then there's Tria, who's the earth sage. We love Tria. Water sage is Rain. Who has gone missing. It's a whole mystery plot. Then there's okay, the Sage of Wind is the best one because it's Aaron, and I love that. Blushy blush. Oh my goodness, so much blush. That's the 4, right? Yeah. And then there's like the dark and light or shadow and light sages. So there's but they're not fancy. They're twins. Originally they were twins and they were both named Alex, which was like just too much. So one is named Astler now. So there's Astler and Alexandria. Versus, at least you won't forget what elements they have. Yeah, exactly. So basically, like the magic works that like the sages, they're basically, it's basically you, like the sages, they each have power over, because like the books were written by the spirits and gods, and there was like the 7 councils, right? And so the sages are each related to one of the 7 councils, and whichever one they're related to, they have like exemptions over that, over the laws written by that. So they have like, they can do, they don't have to listen to the laws of the universe. They can do whatever the frick they want, but only under like their specific books. It's a very soft magic. So 9 point is very hard magic, very specific. Avo is very wishy-washy. That is not multiply. I can feel it. Are there any development sketches of these two, like before they were drawn out? I'm curious. There should be. I don't have them on hand. We did a bunch of videos about what were they? About Avo. So like we talked about designing them. These two were pretty set in stone, I'll be real. I'm pretty sure. I've always had like a clear image of them. There was like some characters that were a lot more a lot harder to come up with, to imagine, but some of them just like they just hit immediately. Like Italo took a bit. There was some debates had between me and Ursula about what he looks like. But these two haven't changed that much. That one's done. Did we do it? Yes. Okay. I always have to check that it's actually a multiplayer layer because it always switches back on me like a jerk. Maybe I'll see them at some point. Yeah, I just don't have them on me at the minute. Anyone here or yourself currently reading any webcomics? Yeah. I've been working on reading Cast Off because they're also a comicking YouTuber. So I wanted to. I like to know what my peers are doing. That's mostly what I read. But I've also been reading Orin's Forge. That one updated today. On Webtoon, at least. And then I've been trying to get through... get caught up with Golden Shrike. Because it's a comic about deer, and I love deer. They're dear to me. Oh, Cast Off. I haven't read it either yet. Yeah. It's not my thing. It's not my thing, but it's not my thing. I tend to like be very like way into something or not. It's not furries, that's what it is. No, it's just not my kind of my cup of tea. Like it's not your thing. Yeah, exactly. It's complicated. It's like a type of fantasy world that doesn't appeal to me tons. But I think like the what is it? I don't know how to explain it. I don't love secret government-y stuff in general. I think that stuff like just feels a little more sci-fi to me. Not that it has to be sci-fi. It's just like a... I don't know. I'd have to get further into it before I even say anything. But that's like just kind of the magical world that I'm seeing in it. And it's just not my kind of vibe. I'll have to see though, cause like I'm like 5 chapters deep, and I think it's like 12 so far. Kiss her. JK. Psych. Girly ain't gonna get kissed anytime soon. Sad. I think I'm also more of a fan of info dumping in general. I realize I'm big on info dumping. I'm a big fan of just a big pile of world building. A big unwieldy pile of world building. I really do need to. I want to get caught up so that I can have like actual opinions. But I also have to catch up on a bunch of my friends' comics because I haven't read the most recent volume of Paint the Town Red. I haven't caught up with Augustine. Oh, I was saying like Sanity Circus is ending. Which is wild stuff. That is not a multiplier layer. Early. Yeah, I've been reading more webcomics than I usually do, though, so that's impressive for me. I've been trying to do it more. So that I can have more coherent opinions and thoughts on things. Like, I read a lot of people's comics that are like in development for like critique stream, and then I have like some one-on-one that I do with Ink for Fountain Regret, which is their comic. His comic. Wait, is it past my... Wait, what time is it, guys? Oh my god, stream's over. Whoa, not YouTube, not YouTube. No. Oh my goodness, guys, stream's over. It was nice talking to you all. I have sunken into the couch. I'm gonna go give my hands a break and eat the really hot ramen noodles. Wow.